My name is Ellie Topping and I am an overambitious person. Yes, thank you. Yes, hard for me to admit. Hello everyone. I'm going to be talking about how I am an overambitious person / determined person really. This is a really bad trait of mine. Like, I get it in my head that I'm going to be able to do something like that, like I can achieve whatever. So I'm just going to be like explaining where it started, what it kind of developed into, and even today it still happens. So yeah, let's get started. I started kind of getting ideas in my head that I wanted to do these amazing things and be the best of the best as young as I can remember really. Started in year 3 when everyone around me was learning how to play guitar and I couldn't get on the time slots like quick enough. All the spaces got took up before me and all my friends were like, oh, you won't be able to learn anything else. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and master something else. So I started learning clarinet and then I really got into it and I wanted to get into these main parts and be this big brilliant clarinet player, because I don't know why it wasn't going to get me anywhere with a career or anything like that. Even at home with people on the street, we would always go out, play out on our street with like our bikes and stuff, and I always wanted to like show off with my bike and I wanted to overachieve and like do random tricks and stuff, which would usually end up with me falling off in the middle of the street and just making a fool of myself. I also used to do gymnastics till the age of about 8 maybe, when I stopped, and even then I remember we used to do competitions at the spot I went to, and we used to do competitions about who could do like the longest crab and stay in the position for as long, and I always tried to overachieve and think I can do this, and for quite a bit of time I actually was one of the best to stay in it, but then I started pushing myself thinking, oh, I want to be able to do this in the next 3 weeks, and then I'd end up really hurting myself, or I just would end up getting disappointed and stuff like that. So that was a bit annoying. But this trait of being overambitious and determined and wanting to do more than I'm capable of moved on with me as I grew older. When I got into secondary school, I picked up again wanting to learn guitar because everyone around me was learning guitar. So I threw myself into it. I thought, right, I'm gonna start taking lessons, buy a guitar, and in 6 months I'll be the best. The cat is crying. I'm gonna go and let her into my room. Come on here. I have returned with a cat. Are you gonna be in the video with me? After that rude interruption, I wanted to also learn piano. I tried to throw myself into piano lessons, but I never really got started with them. And I tried to self-teach myself, and again I got into my mindset of 6 months. Do you mind? I got myself into that mindset of 6 months. Give me 6 months and I'll be master at it. I can play whatever I want, whenever I want. Piano, another one that happened. It also developed with other random things like sports. We eventually got a girls' football team at school, and I remember I just wanted to be part of it because I thought, right, I want to be able to do this as well. So I remember thinking, oh, I'm quite alright at it. I've played it with like people on my road and stuff like when I was younger. So I thought, okay, let's try it. And eventually we didn't really have much of a training thing, but they just kind of threw us into it and was like, okay, we have a game in like a week or whatever. You're playing against a different school called St. Benedict's, which was a school that was like in the other town from us. And I was like, okay. And then because I was so stupidly determined and thinking I could do anything, I went on to the pitch, and this ended up me getting kicked straight in the face as soon as I got on, because I thought, right, I know what I'm doing, and this tall girl came up to me and the ball was right in front of my face and she just went for it and kicked me in the face. So that kind of kicked me out of that craze. It still doesn't stop me with other sports. I was on the school netball team from, I was on it in primary school up until I think about year 10 in secondary school, because I started doing my GCSEs and I just gave it up. But even then I thought we were going to do really well. I wanted to do the best of the best and I just couldn't. It didn't really work ever. Modern day examples of me being stupidly ambitious and over-determined were sixth form. A couple of years ago I thought in my head, I can get the best grades possible, I can go to the best university. I looked at going to university in Brighton at first, which was like, I needed 3 years, and I thought, oh, if I put my head down, I'll do this. I can get this what I want. And then finally, again, my reality kind of hit me in the face as to, I can't go to the top university that I wanted, but I could still go to a pretty good one. And I did still keep my head down, got decent grades at the good university that I want to be, so I'm happy. But again, it's always that little bit of disappointment, which was a bit like iffy, but it's my own fault. So coming to literally kind of today, there's a theme that's now been linked onto these ambitions that I want to do. Everything includes money. I think of the fact of, I want a career in London. I need to earn a lot of money to live in London. And I just think I need to get my head down, get my degree, get a 2-1, get a first, then I'll be able to get straight into a job in London, move there, get a flat, blah blah blah. And then also with this whole YouTube thing, in my head I just keep thinking, just keep putting videos up on Wednesdays and Sundays, and eventually the numbers will grow. And I have been gaining subscribers, so hello if you're new. I just keep thinking, if I I'm kidding myself to believe if I keep uploading videos and stick to a schedule and just keep up with some alright content, that my numbers will just burst out of nowhere and I'll be in the thousands in like 3 weeks or whatever. But I'm not. It's going to be a long, if I end up doing this for years on end, I may end up with just a couple thousand or even just a couple hundred, but that's fine. This isn't a career thing, this is just a hobby that I've been wanting to do for a while. So whatever number I get, that's fine. But again, the back of my head is telling me, oh, but if you keep doing this, you'll get that number. And I just need to drill it into my head that I won't. It's now driving me to think, earn a little bit more money, get the new lens that you want, get the new camera that you want, get another microphone, improve your background, do whatever, and you will get this. So then it's making me want to get a job sooner, which I guess is a good thing, but I have to have a think about, I have to pay for rent, I need to pay for living, I need to pay for everything else that comes with the degree, and then I need to find somehow to move from Cumbria down to the other end of the country. So my brain at the moment is fried, and I'm just like, help, I want to do this but I can't, and my brain's telling me, yeah you can, but I just need to sit down and just relax, chill. I want to know, are you a determined person like me? Do you set yourself these big goals in life, which they are good things, I do think they are good things to have these big goals in life, but do you set them a bit too highly in too much of a short space of time like I do? And we can all just be stupidly overambitious and stressed out people together. Other than that, I shall see you on Wednesday. Bye.